yes, we are bringing joy. And Steve is ready now, so why don't you just take it away?
Well, all right. Good morning, Temple family. Welcome to the Temple of the Living God here in lovely St. Petersburg, Florida. We hope wherever you are watching us that you're in as good a mood as we are. We're about to bring some joy to the house. Everybody ready to sing along? I bet you know this song. Let's do it.
All righty.
You know this song.
You were a kid once.
Vacation Bible School. I got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Sing it out.
Down in my heart to stay. Yeah, I'm so happy, so very happy.
I've got the love of Jesus in my heart.
In her heart, I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Just like you, Gloria. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay.
I'm so happy,
Happy.
so very happy.
Happy.
I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Oh,
In
yes,
my
I do.
heart.
I'm so happy,
Happy.
so very happy.
So very happy.
I've got the love of Jesus in my heart.
Amen.
And we are grateful and honored to have Reverend Lusis speaking to us today on Teaching the Wonder. And I have selected a reading from Daily Word, and it's entitled, I Color My World with a Rainbow of Love and Wonder. A rainbow appears when sunlight and atmospheric conditions are just right, and when my position is just right to see it. I am delighted whenever I see a rainbow arc across the sky, painting a ribbon of magic and inspiring wonder and joy. It takes sunshine and rain to create a rainbow, much like the components of life, filled with bright days and dark ones. I give thanks for each one of them. From my position of faith and positivity, I appreciate the blended refractions that make up the beauty of living. Depending on where I am in life, I may gaze at a rainbow and see a promise of hope, love, new beginnings, inclusivity, or a glorious blend of all those things in one. And I quote Genesis 9:13. I have set my bow in the clouds, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And so it is. And now we will be entertained by Carol and the Goodfellows. We are so grateful to have their talent.
Absolutely. I'm grateful to have them with me up here, because we have a good time. I'd like to dedicate the song to all of the people here in the temple, all of the people on social media who have joined us, and especially to our new members. You got to keep that passion burning in your soul. I've been down feeling beat. I've been bruised by all the heat. I've been trying to get ahead. At times I feel like giving up instead. But you know I've got to keep that passion burning in my soul. It's so hard to find my way. There's so much to push through every day. Mountains to climb. I'm gonna use my will. I'm gonna take my time. I got to keep that passion burning in my soul. 'Cause you don't know what you will find when you get to the other side. I can't hesitate. It might be too late. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. Take a chance and dive right in. I can't worry if I lose or win, 'cause life is is just a game. When we go, we all end up the same. You gotta keep that passion burning in your soul. Yeah. You don't know what you might find when you get to the other side. I can't hesitate, I know it's not too late. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. When I look inside my heart, well I know now is the time to start. I'm gonna find some inspiration. I'm gonna use my imagination. I'm gonna keep that passion burning. Keep that passion burning. I'm gonna keep that passion burning in my soul. Yeah. Keep it burning. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in my soul. Yeah. Keep it burning. Yeah. It's in my soul.
The service, we need to have pictures.
Wonderful song. Thank you, thank you. As you were sharing that, I was thinking about these flowers here. We had a celebration of life service here yesterday for Daniel Siniscauchi, and they gifted us the flowers, and we are so very grateful. And also the white flowers over there came from Sarah Bingham's celebration of life service yesterday. So, and we know that both of those souls, while they were on this earth, were embracing their passion for a living. So we are so very grateful to honor them in this way as well. So thank you. There's a story about a 7-year-old Irish boy who fell in love head over heels with this beautiful girl. And he was so very distraught because she was older than him by a few months. And he told his father that because of the age difference, the huge age difference, he couldn't figure in his mind how it could work between the two of them to live their life together. And he said to his father, "Dad, it's the end of my life now as I know it." And the father listened to him, and he said, "Son, I understand. I understand what you're saying. And where there's a will, there's a way. Now we have to spend some time in the silence and listen for the guidance that will let us know which way to go, and then follow through." Well, the little boy had some quiet time, and then he realized that all girls love musicians. So he said to his father, "Dad, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the drums. And I'm going to play so well that I will get up on the stage and perform with her." And in a short while, he was playing just as good as Lonnie was playing. So there was the performance, and he was on stage. and he was impressing everyone with his playing. Well, after the performance, the girl had to catch a plane to do another performance in another city. And he said to his father, "What am I going to do?" And the father said, "Well, son, you must go after her, because if you don't, you may regret it for the rest of your life, that you never told her how you felt." So they got in the car and they drove to the airport, and the young boy began to run through the airport, and he got past the guards. And of course, now the guards are chasing him, and he's running as fast as he can, and he finally meets up with the love of his life, and he tells her how she feels. And she then, too, says, "You know, I, too, had been thinking about you, and you have a very special place in my heart." So when the boy came out to meet his father at the gates there, he just walked out and he smiled. So the moral of the story: when we take time to listen to our heart's calling, listening to that inner voice that prompts us to say something or do something that may change the course of our life, how important that is to listen. And what a celebration it is to treasure all of those moments that put a smile in our hearts and in our souls. So when was it the last time you sat in the silence and listened? I mean, really, really listened for the guidance. It's a gift that we give ourselves, isn't it? Every time we do that. So treasuring the moments in our lives. So let me ask you this: how does joy show up for you? Don't need to answer, just think about that. The early Egyptians believed that they had two questions that determined whether or not we went to heaven. And the first question was, have you found joy in your life? And the second question was, has your life brought joy to other people? Think about that. Have you found joy in your life, and has your life brought joy to other people? When was the last time that you laughed until it hurt? Or until your eyes were filled up with tears because it hurt so good? Remember those moments? Perhaps it's time to call in Madame Zelenka to return to be with us again, to bring in the blessings of joy, and only to experience some more memorable moments to treasure. At the moment of our birth, perhaps even before our arrival here, God gave each of us a song to sing. In other words, our soul's purpose, right? And it's not about how long this song is to be sung, but that we sing at all or express our magnificence, our uniqueness, our joy, the love that we are. God has given all of us a spirit to soar if we only give it half a chance. It's up to each of us to embrace the moments, to be present, to be receptive to our blessings, to be mindful of the joy, to be willing to accept our divine essence. We are to appreciate life as it happens, moment by moment. And it's a wonderful reminder to do so, because the moments will pass, and we may just wish that we had treasured more of those moments. Many of the great treasures that we hold dear to us are invisible to the eye. but they have been felt with our hearts. I recently attended a summer solstice event in the Latvian community, which is one of, or if not, the biggest Latvian celebrations of the year. Being among the Latvian people, the culture that I was brought up in, was like coming home to the heart in a very profound way. The Latvian connection has been very strong for me, which I tremendously treasure and value. And at one moment, someone from across the room who noticed me sitting there came almost running over with such enthusiasm just to give me a hug and to express how very much I had been missed. Those few moments provided such an incredible amount of gratitude and joy and happiness and sincere connection. I invite each of you to seize the moment of your expressing delight in seeing someone. Can you do that? Are you willing to practice that in your life on a regular basis? Try it, see how it feels. And perhaps you already can recall how that has felt in times past. Think of a young child who sees his or her grandma for the first time, or second and third and fourth, the joy that's there. When we stay open to the good, to the possibilities, we are often blessed in ways that truly sing to our soul, even in times when we're going through challenges. You know, we all have our challenges in this earthly experience. Each of us is invited to treasure the moments of happiness and contentment, glimpses that we see of truth, and moments that we have been loved and appreciated. In this recent Latvian celebration, it involved music and food and singing and dancing. And at one point, as the band from Latvia was performing on stage, a few people got up to form a dance line, creating a chain of dancers throughout the room. And that chain grew in number, picking up more people along the way while we danced around the room. And as we held each other's hands, I reveled in the extraordinary feeling of connection with this cultural tradition, a tradition that's been carried on for generations and generations. When we connect with those of like mind, there is an amazing phenomenon that takes place in the spirit, in the soul of who we are. When you and I join in this sanctuary, in this community, we share an incredible bond that connects us spiritually. And that is not to be taken for granted or lightly. Many of us here experience coming home to the heart, right? As we join in this community of like-minded people, of like-minded souls. Yes? Yeah. Yes. Again, we may have disagreements from time to time, but it's about honoring who we are spiritually, awakening, evolving, and supporting our individual and collective journeys. As we walk our spiritual path, we have to grow from the inside out in order to better know who we are and to flourish in this earthly experience as we find our own voice to sing in the world. Life is what we make it, and it's up to us to treasure the moments that are precious to us, holding those moments sacred. During the Latvian celebration I was sitting with a group of people at one point, listening to them and feeling again so very blessed to be part of this amazing cultural experience. And I happened to look over to a table beside us, and there was a young girl of about 5 or 6 years of age, and she appeared to be really sad because she wasn't being involved in some of the adult conversations. And she noticed that I was looking at her and smiling. And so I silently motioned to her to join me on the nearby dance floor. Well, it was a part of the floor that we created as a dance space. And she smiled without hesitation, and she got up from her chair and joined me, and we held each other's hands, and we danced to the music, and I twirled her around several times, and we both smiled as we enjoyed the moments without saying a word. Then the music came to an end, and I curtsied to her and thanked her silently, and we both sat down. And we just looked at each other and just continued smiling. And those were some beautiful, heartfelt moments for both of us. Yeah. When we do random acts of kindness to or for another spiritual being, no matter how old they are, something magical happens that can't be expressed through words. Can you think of a time, even recently, when you've expressed a simple kindness to someone? Yeah. Perhaps you shared your appreciation or let someone know how valued he or she is in your life. Simple but powerful moments to treasure. We all want to be noticed. We all want to be acknowledged, right? We all want to feel as though we belong. And that's okay as we honor our earthly experience. We are invited to remember that our own light is to shine in this world, here to express our divinity, our love, our peace, our joy, to the best of our ability. In doing so, we help to raise the vibration on this earth to a higher level. As author Brian McDill once stated, and I quote, "Our uniqueness is the master key that unlocks hidden treasures in our lifetime." During the years that I professionally taught dancing, I met some amazing people. And there were always incredible moments to treasure in the dancing world. There is something divinely captivating that occurs when two people are dancing in sync or in harmony with one another. And as life would have it, I remember experiencing a few glorious, unexpected moments when a friend of mine who was also a professional dancer motioned to me from across the room, and apparently it was time to bedazzle the crowd. So if you would think of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, okay, you've got that image, right? So there we were. We were about to put on an unanticipated show. So this happened on a Sunday morning at a particular service when the singer was performing such an inspiring song. So picture, if you would, we arose from our chairs and we moved very artistically, very skillfully to the middle area where there was some space, and we began to creatively move in very stylish, very classy, gracious dance steps. And then at one point, I was led into this beautiful, extended position and just held impeccably for a while. It was a mesmerizing few moments of elegance, of suave, and just creative expression. Those were such wonderful, enchanting moments to embrace. Remember what the Bible says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So do that which makes you happy. Be with those who bring a smile to your face or to your heart, to your soul. Shine your light and be the love, be the peace, and be the joy. Cheer someone up. Make a difference. As we recognize the treasures in our life, we know that God is providing us with all that we need at the perfect time. I hold a vision for each of us that we are open to receive the unlimited supply of blessings from the universal life energy. And I invite all of us to just give thanks in advance to God, to Source, to the universe, for blessing each of us with an abundance of treasured moments every day. Remember your passion every day. And whether we spend time in the silence, bringing joy to someone else's life or to your own life, appreciating that divine order is working in our life, or allowing our own unique and brilliant light to shine in the world, celebrate and honor this life that you have been given. I invite you to live as the powerful, creative, spiritual beings that you are, and to treasure all of your moments. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you. And we're going to move into our time of tithes and offerings. And I would ask to go and get the offering plates, please. Yes, I think so. Or are they sitting back there? No. Oh, well, look at that. They're hiding. Okay, come on forth. Come on down. Thank you. And so let us pray. We give thanks for the opportunity to share in this consciousness of love and thanksgiving. And as we give from our hearts, let us know that divine love moving through each and every one of us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is. Thank you. Amen. And now let us close out our service with our final song here from Carol and the Goodfellows.